welcome back to part 2 of my nursing journey. I'm just gonna roll right back into it. So now I got into nursing school, and now I know exactly what school I'm going to. I have a plan. I work, I saved some money. COVID happened. During COVID, a few things changed because I got into nursing school in 2020. I didn't start until 2021. That was all around COVID time. So I never even thought about I'm gonna wait until this thing dies down, and then go to nursing school. I was like, I am available. I've been working toward this. Matter of fact, this is an opportunity because things may be cheaper for me. A lot of people were not flying. A lot of places were closed. A lot of schools were online, or I don't know if they closed down any school, but I figured if my classes were online, then I can work at the same time in nursing school. So I was like, this is an opportunity because God knows. So I pack up my bags and started that journey. I left Seattle, Washington. Yep, I left Seattle. I don't know if I should say, oh, what do I have to lose? I went to Iowa. That's where my school was. And so it was also a strategic decision in a sense of cost of living. I know Iowa was cheaper than Chicago. That's one. Two, the program I got into was an accelerated program. Remember, I had 2 programs that I got into nursing school. One of them was 2-3 years, so you can go to school and also work at the same time. And also they were giving me a lot of money to go to that school. I knew for sure I didn't want to go back to college for 3 years. 3 years to get my nursing degree, and it was in Iowa. I'm sorry against people from Iowa. There are some great places, okay? But I just did not want to be in Iowa for that long. So I knew it had to be the accelerated program. That program was, I don't remember, but it was short. So that was my clue that I was going to that program. It was expensive. It was a private school. And I had to pay a lot of it out of pocket. So I figured I'll work and go to school. Whew, that did not work. That did not work out. The first week was very intense. I was thinking this is an accelerated program, but also this is like COVID time. So I thought things might be a little, I don't know, easier. But yeah, it was actually way harder than my 4 years in college previously. So I didn't work. They didn't advise to work. I had to figure out ways to pay for school. I emailed every single person you can think about at the school. I applied for scholarships. Mind you, I'm starting nursing school. I'm also applying for scholarship at the same time because I realized I didn't even have enough saving to make that move. I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared. So so God provided, and everything worked out. I ended up starting nursing school. The first semester was the toughest because figuring out the rhythm of nursing school, the classes, the professors, even your peers, like even figuring out who I should be working with, who I shouldn't. The first semester was half online, half in person. Our exam was proctored, and I think we had to have 2 computers. One for having the Zoom meeting facing our computer where we're taking the exam. Yeah, It was that serious. So yeah, first semester I didn't work. I didn't really hang out with anyone. It worked out for me because I was out of state, so there was no friends to hang out with. There was no family to hang out with or to talk with, or even to, get bothered by. So it was easy in that sense. So yeah, first semester was that. Second semester was all in person and clinicals, because this is an accelerated program. We didn't even go by semester, we went by quarter, I think. Like every class was like about 8 weeks. So it was like bam, 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 like fast. So second semester, at this point, I realized where my weaknesses, and I also made friends. Yay. Well, mostly like, nursing friends, people to study with. That's all nursing students do. Or a med student. I don't know. I'm assuming. But we all were studying. We were all doing our homework. We were all taking our exams. So that was easy. If you can find someone that you can relate to. And we were in Iowa, so I'm always looking for my people. Like, when you go to class and you like make eye contact with someone who looked like you, you just make the eye contact. So we knew we had to stick together, because that program also, a lot of people were from out of state, so it was a lot easier to also make friends, because everyone just wanted to connect and find a study buddy. That is that study buddy. You need to have a study buddy. And I also realized I'm not really someone who really can study with someone all the time. That's something I learned. It is good to have a group of people or someone in nursing school that you can study with, or you can go over questions with. Find what worked for you, okay? For me, I knew that I couldn't study in a big group. I also knew that I had to study on my own for the most part, but also not just to focus so much on school, because that will take a mental toll on you. Even though I said when you find people that look like you, may be easier because you guys know you can relate to each other, but I was really just open. It wasn't just like, oh, let me find a brown skinned girl, brown skinned person, but also I was open to like work with them, but mainly like I worked with my people, not because I wanted to work with them, but it worked out. That's just what it was, and that's what it is sometimes. So yeah, I work with people who wanted to work with me. Simple. Yeah, so second semester was a little harder as well, but at least I knew that I have to start studying very hard, because these classes were getting harder and harder. It did not get any easier. Even until my last semester or quarter, it did not get any easier. It just got harder and harder. But I got better and better at managing my time and how to study and all of that stuff. So I took a part-time job, which was mostly like a but it was a caregiving position, but I was going to a patient's home. They were couples, and I was taking care of the wife. The husband was, very active, strong. So mainly I was taking care of the wife. He was the sweetest old man I could ever meet in my life. But yeah, he was very caring, very loving. He understood that I was a student and that, I was trying to hustle. But yeah, he really, really cared for me as well. So he would be like, just come in anytime that you're free, to take care of my wife. And like on the days that I'm not able to, I would just let him know, and he was totally fine with that. He was feeding me. There was a time, or multiple times, where I had like a car breakdown, and like he just paid for it just like that. During the school break, he would offer to pay me double or 3 times how much I was getting paid, just so that I can stay and take care of his wife. I was going to school out of state, so a lot of these time people went back to, you know, their hometown out of state, but I was offered triple how much I was getting paid, and I'm on a break for like a week most of the time. I'm taking that. I need to pay these school fees and food and all these things. I kept that job until I graduated nursing school. It worked out well because, you know, it was very flexible with my schedule. I could study there because I wasn't doing much. So I was just there in the house. I was getting paid for being there. I was studying. This man will literally be like, oh, you know, just take your time and study. You know, he was my superhero. I just had to, you know, maybe someday I'll talk more about it. But yeah, he was my savior. So yeah, nursing school was hard. My classes were hard, but it was not impossible. I just learned the rhythm and my routine and what works for me and what to pay attention to and what not to pay attention to. It helps you grow a lot as a person too. For me, it did, because I had to learn to prioritize. I had to learn boundaries. I had to learn to take space if I needed to. I had to learn self-care. You grow so much in nursing school. And so for me, that was my journey throughout nursing school. So yeah, I don't know everything else that I talked about. Like I said, I'm all over the place, so please bear with me. I promise it will get better. Let me know what I can work on for the next videos, and ask me questions, something that you want me to talk about. I'll be more than happy to talk about, and give me tips on video, lighting, space, area, all of that. I would love, 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 and appreciate you. So yeah, what else? I think that's all. I'm not gonna even add more to make this video unnecessarily long. So yeah, thank you so much for those of you again who have been following me and watching my video.